guys, it's science time, and this week we are doing living and non-living. So let's go over some things. We have the living things characteristics, so what living things need, or how they move, does it grow, so moving, growing and changing, reproducing, so they can make more, they can make babies, they can make seeds, that sort of thing. We also have the basic needs of living things. So what does it need to be considered a living thing? Well, you need to have food, water, sunlight, shelter, and air. Alright? So we're going to go, I'm going to log on to iExcel. If you guys want to, you sure can. But I'm going to log on to iExcel and we're going to practice a few, and then we're going to go over the worksheets that you have in your packets. Alright? So bear with me while I switch things over. Ta-da! Alright, so this is iExcel I1, identifying living and non-living things. So I know we went over the characteristics of living things. So basically a non-living thing doesn't have those characteristics. So we're going to select the living thing. We have a bison and a yo-yo. Which one is living? It's going to be that bison. Or buffalo. Now this one wants us to select the living thing. So is it going to be that paperclip? Or that orca? Or that whale? It's going to be that orca! That whale over there. He's our living thing. Dun, 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 dun. Yay! Alright. Another living thing. Which one's living? That book or the boa snake? What do we think? The book? Should I click the book? No, we should click the snake. The snake is the living thing. I'm going to do one more. We're going to select this living thing. We have an ostrich or a crayon. So what do you think's living? That crayon you use to color the pretty pictures with? Or that giant bird? It's going to be that ostrich, right? Let's see. It is. Woo! Alright, so there is some living and non-living things that we just went over. Now we're going to jump into our worksheets. So let's go ahead and do this one first. Oh, that's a little zoomed in. We have living and non-living things with the little bubbles we have to fill out. So we're going to use the words in the box. So there's a word box way down here at the bottom, and we are going to use those words to complete our sentences. Our words are reproduce. Now reproduce means to make more, like babies or seeds or something like that. We have our needs, things that we need to stay alive. Water, living, grow, air, alive, and food. And we're going to fit those into our blanks up here. So, let's go ahead and get started. Number 1. People are blank things. You are a living thing. So people. Living thing, a grow thing, an alive thing. I'm going to think it's living. See if we can get it to fit. These are itty bitty squares. Make sure you use your beautiful handwriting to fill those in. Right? People are living things. You are a living thing. If you want, you can go ahead and cross that out at the bottom. Number 2. Ooh, we have 3 blanks. So living things have needs. We need blank, blank, and blank to live. Well, let's see. Here's the things we need. We need food, water, air, sunlight, and shelter. So let's see what we have in our word box that matches those words. Let's see. Reproduce, that is a characteristic, that is not a need. We have needs. Well, we're asking what our needs are, so I don't think it's that one. Water. We do need water. I think that's going to be our first one that fits in this box. water. We can cross that off at the bottom. What else do we need? Ooh, the next one only has 3 letters. So is it grow? Now that's a characteristic, not a need. We have air, and that's 3 letters. I'm going to say that's our next one. We need air to breathe. And the last one, oh, let's cross that one off. And the last one we need for this is and blank to live. So this one's 4 letters. We have alive, which I don't think that's one of the things we need, or we have food. I'm going to say it's food. You need food to live so we don't get hungry. So, living things have needs. We need water, air, and food to live. All right, number 3. Non-living things have no blank to survive. All right, so if it's not alive, like my glue stick here, does it have any needs? Or can it just sit there on my desk forever and be okay until it dries up? So non-living things have no needs. They don't need the air. They don't need the water. So they have no needs to survive. It's just a thing. Number 4, living things eat, breathe, blank, and blank. All right. We have, this first one is 4 words. Living things, eat, breathe. That's a characteristic. I'm going to say it's grow, or yeah, let's go with grow. They grow, because remember our changes are moving, growing changes, our characteristics are moving, growing, change, and reproduce. And I'm going to say this next word, and this really long word, I'm going to say is reproduce. So let's go ahead and fill that out. Reproduce. Alrighty. Now number 5, our last one, and we have 1 word left. Non-living thing is something that is not what? It is not alive. Alive. Now if you didn't keep up with me, do your best to catch up. Pause me if you have to, because we're moving on to the next sheet. Maybe. There it is. Alright, this one, I bet you guys can do on your own. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do it. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut off this bottom here, and you're going to sort them between the living things and non-living things. So, remember, living things, they have those needs of the water, the shelter, the food, the air, and the characteristics of changing, growing, and reproducing, so, and moving. So you think of all those things and sort all those pictures into the living and non-living groups. And then we'll see how you do when we get that turned back into us, alright? So have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next week.